Happy July, everyone. Welcome to your July Insights and Guidance video. So I just want to start by saying we had a really powerful summer solstice last week, June 21st. And as many of you know, the solstice is our mid-year point and a really powerful portal or time to make big shifts. So we had that energy beginning this, what I'm calling is this like, what do I want to call July? I hear the word boom. So like a big blast or boom in July and things just being rattled to the core, to our core. And so the guidance that's really coming in is this big shift, this big boom has already started at the end of June with the solstice. And it's actually going to be happening from that point, really getting big now in the month of July. And then the integration or the transition of whatever that big shift is for you. So it might look different for everybody. For some of you, it might be a big change or shift in your career. For some of you, it's going to be in a relationship. For some of you, it's going to be healing pretty much a deeper layer of a big wound of yours that's going to let you fly forward in whatever way that you choose. But pretty much for everyone, there's going to be a calling in order to do this, to receive that big transmission of guidance. And many of you have already received it, whether you're aware of it or not. But in order to fully see it, receive it, however you get your guidance, and we all get our guidance in different ways, and then follow it. It's going to require you doing some deeper healing on a past limiting belief, wound, fear, right? We all have these core wounds. And so part of you having that big shift or that big change and being able to have that upgrade, let's call it, is for you to heal this deeper wound, the limiting belief and the fear that go with it. So if we don't do that, there's going to be resistance to this big shift. There's going to be resistance to this big boom or this big change. And when there's resistance, there is, of course, more struggle. And oftentimes, if we're not able to do this and hear the guidance and then follow it, right? Trust it and follow it, then we're going to get bigger and bigger wake-up calls. And some of them might not be pleasant. Some of them might be an illness. Some of them might be an accident. Some of them might be, a lot of people, if you're not willing to follow the guidance, the universe, your higher levels will nudge you with a 2x4 in some pretty big ways sometimes. So now that we know that this is what's happening, we can go and we can clear out, heal, shift, whatever word you want to use, a deeper layer of that wound so that you can receive that big, beautiful upgrade, change, shift that you've actually been wanting. A part of you has definitely been wanting it. And, for some of you, it might be change of location. You might be moving. So I get the three biggies are career change, relationship change, and location change. Those are going to be the three biggies that a lot of you are going to be called to do. And we got to release these deeper layers of fear and limiting beliefs in order to do that. So some of the big ones that I just want to touch on and bring into your awareness is that need to slow down. So many of you are being called right now to slow down so that you can do this deeper healing work, so that you can move into this next upgrade or phase or transition chapter of your book, or a whole new book for some of you, whatever you want to call it. So you're going to have to talk to that superhuman part of you that wants to go, 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 do, and you're actually going to need to slow down, take some time to do some healing work, however you choose to do that. And that often requires more rest as well. So release requires rest and integration time. So that means you're going to have to slow down. And again, if you don't slow down, your body's going to make you slow down. Your higher levels are going to create something to make you, give you that space to slow down. You're going to have to work with that perfectionist part of you, many of you. The part that says, I'm not good enough to do this, to have this, to be this. Many of you are going to need to work with that part of you in order to clear out the fear of making a mistake, the fear of failing, the fear of being criticized or rejected by somebody. And you're also going to have to, many of you, not have to, you don't have to do anything, but you're going to want to look at where you've still been caught up in what I call that people-pleasing pattern that's keeping you from hearing and following your truth, your guidance, your heart. Again, whatever words you like to use, whatever words you want to call it, your intuition. Okay. So many of us are getting strong hits as to changes we're being called to make from our soul level. And if you're still caught up in looking for approval from others or trying to please others or not wanting to cause conflict, that is going to hold you back from hearing and or following that guidance and taking that next leap. Right. So that's the other word that came in. It was boom, and now I'm hearing the word leap. Right. So that leap of faith, that leap that you're being called to make, that quantum leap, let's call it, because we're really in a powerful energy for that right now. We've got the full moon coming up, supporting us, and it's a super moon. It's on July 2nd, 3rd, depending on where you live, and it's really giving us that bigger boost to release all that old gunk, the limiting beliefs, the fears, the traumas, the wounds that have been still holding us back, no matter how much work we've done. And I'm doing this on a deeper level as well right now. Actually having a really powerful healing session today. Actually my third. I'm doing ketamine therapy, something new. So I'm really excited about that and how that's unfolded. So to help me make my next quantum leap. So we've also got what's called the 777 Gateway on July 7th. And I don't want to go into it too much on this video, but go ahead and Google it, the 777 Gateway. So really powerful time for release right now. And of course, that's going to continue. Release doesn't always happen overnight. It can, but oftentimes it happens over the course of, I'm going to say 30 to 60 days for most people, that deeper release, sometimes longer. So that's why I'm saying this started at the end of June in a bigger way. And for some of you, it's going to be going through August, even September, depending on how much, one, resistance you have, two, divine timing. Okay. So everything is always up to those two things, our own resistance and also divine timing. So that is what's unfolding for July. And as always, if you'd like more support, we've got a couple of ways for you to receive that this month. You can always sign up for a private session with me. You can join my key program this month, which is Trust Yourself. And we've also have our mid-year 3 Ps, release the 3 Ps, what I've been talking about, the perfection, people pleasing, and pretending to be superhuman. Those are the biggies that keep us from hearing and then following our guidance. So we can have this big, beautiful leap, shift, change that we are all being called to receive at this point, right? We all have that possibility, probability. It's just taking the time to clear out more of the old gunk and planting the seed for what's true now, right? You're loved, you're supported, you deserve, you're worthy, etc. So wishing you all a beautiful July. And gosh, I'm just being called, really ask for support, whether it's me or somebody else, other healers, coaches, friends, doctors, etc. This is a time to not try to do it alone. This is definitely a time to receive support. So sending you lots of love, lots of courage to do this. Remember that you are so loved and supported by your divine team, seen and unseen, to make these shifts. Right. Namaste. Bye, everyone.